Hello, good morning, students. Hi, good morning, one and all. How are you? Yes, Sunidhi, Namrata, Navya, Rithya, Tejashwini, Rakshita, all of you, good morning. Yes, good morning. How are you doing? Doing well? You wrote exam well? Exam you did well? Yes. So anyway, we will start with the continuation of the diseases. I think we left at the last part, that is about the protozoan diseases, right? Protozoans we have started with, and almost I began with the malaria, right? Which is actually important for you. That's why I wanted to do it now. Okay. So we did amoebiasis, amoebic dysentery. I think I gave you, and now we will talk about malaria. Okay. So let's now begin with the malaria, Malarian parasite. What is a Malarian parasite? You already know it. Do you know a parasite that called malaria? Tell me the name of the Malarian parasite. Come on, let me see. Plasmodium vivax is right. Tejashwini, Plasmodium vivax is correct. Okay then. So malaria is actually it was removed actually from the earth. It was totally eradicated, but reappeared again. That's why again we are bothered about it, because the major vector that transmits is the mosquito, female Anopheles mosquito, right? So that mosquito we have to reduce, so that half of the life cycle is started with the mosquito it happens, remaining life cycle is in humans, right? So in the Malarian parasite, that is vivax, that's Plasmodium vivax, we have different varieties like Plasmodium vivax, then Plasmodium ovale, second one Plasmodium falciparum is there, right? Plasmodium malaria. 4 types of Plasmodium types cause malaria in humans. So first one is, I told you, Plasmodium vivax, or which we are commonly knowing it. It's common in our tropical and tropical areas of India. Second is Malarian parasite. Second one is Plasmodium ovale. Third one is Plasmodium falciparum. Fourth one is Plasmodium malariae. There are 4 types, but the most common one is Plasmodium vivax. Okay. So whenever you think of Plasmodium vivax, the disease is how the disease is continued in the life cycle is continued in the animal, that is in the Malarian vector, that is Anopheles mosquito, female Anopheles mosquito, where it undergoes sexual life cycle. In humans, it undergoes asexual life cycle. Okay, so let's now talk about the real life cycle of Plasmodium vivax pathogen. Okay, so you know that whenever we are bitten with the mosquito having the pathogen in it, we get what we call it as sporophytes, that is sporozoites. Okay, so I'll just write it on the board. You just watch it and then let me know whether you are able to follow it. Okay, so just let me focus to the board. Okay, so here so whenever you're observing the Plasmodium, it will be transmitted from the Anopheles mosquito. So first I'm writing Anopheles mosquito, life cycle in the mosquito. Next I write it in human beings. Okay, humans. So whenever mosquito bites human beings, it will be in the form of sporozoites. These sporozoites enter the bloodstream of humans. Immediately they will go to the liver. Okay, in liver they will multiply asexually, like a circular way. I'm just showing it because they enter it and they inside first they will be undergoing multiplication like this on their own. After that they will come out like this. Again they will enter another liver cell. again they'll multiply. Like that, they'll continue to be in the liver cells only for a long time. So these, when they're released out, okay, when they're released out, they will be having the ability to go to the RBC cells. So they now enter the RBC, red blood corpuscles. Okay, these entering are the ones which enter the RBC. They will multiply by producing number of. Here you can see that they will be undergoing multiple fission. They are dividing inside by multiple fission. Even in RBC, when they enter, they will undergo multiplication like this, and they get surrounded by the cytoplasm or something like this, and then they break open the RBC cells. Okay, they break open RBC, they come out. Okay, if they come out, fine. Sometimes in the RBC itself, those who come out will again continue the life cycle. This is all asexual life cycle. Asexual because they are multiplying within themselves. They will come out of one liver cell, go to another liver cell. They come out, go to another cell, again multiply, they come out and they multiply. This is one. This we call it as the type of ಸೈಜೋಗೋನಿ. ಸೈಜೋಗೋನಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಸೆಲ್ ಅನ್ನ ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಆಚೆ ಬರೋದು, ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಆಗೋದು, ಮತ್ತೆ ಎಂಟಾಗೋದು, ಮತ್ತೆ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಆಗೋದು. ಹಾಗೆ ಇದನ್ನ ಸೈಜೋಗೋನಿ ಅಂತಾರೆ. ದಿಸ್ ಸೈಜೋಗೋನಿ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಹಿಪಾಟಿಕ್ ಸೈಜೋಗೋನಿ, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಲಿವರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅದೇ ತರ ಆರ್ಬಿಸಿ ನಲ್ಲೂ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಆಚೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಆರ್ಬಿಸಿ ಸೇರ್ಕೊಳ್ತದೆ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಆರ್ಬಿಸಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಹೀಗೆ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಅಂಡರ್ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಎರಿಥ್ರೋಸೈಟಿಕ್ ಸೈಕಲ್ ಹಿಯರ್. ಎರಿಥ್ರೋಸೈಟಿಕ್ ಸೈಜೋಗೋನಿ ಅಂತಾರೆ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ, ಸೈಜೋಗೋನಿ. So two things I told you. One is liver cysogony or hepatic cysogony, and one is erythrocytic or the RBC cysogony. So this way it will keep on multiplying in the liver itself, but sometimes it will come out of it, right? These are released. Now they will get modified and they will become gametes. Okay, once they are multiplying here, they will be like this. Once they enter, they form the gametes. They are called the gamozoids or gametes, gametocytes. So at this time, mosquito will bite that human beings and will enter into the mosquito. Okay, in the mosquito, they will enter the liver. First, they will go to the gut region. From the gut, they will undergo reproduction, where male will fertilize the female to form zygote. The zygote undergo reproduction, regular mitotic division, and form number of the cells. These are called as the sporozoites. These sporozoites will get modified into somewhat this shape. Somewhat they are elongated. At the center they will be swollen. These are called as the sporozoites. Then they will be there in the salivary glands of the mosquito. From there, when they bite, they'll go to human beings. This is how one life cycle I have drawn is the mosquito, one is in the human beings. So if one is destroyed, it will not continue further. So therefore, to this life cycle you have to remember without fail, because they will ask you what is the life cycle of this particular pathogen. Don't write now, I will give you again time to write it. So first let us talk about the subject, then we will go to the drawing. Okay, did you understand the cycle of what I told you? See, cycle is of different types. One is sexual cycle, one is asexual cycle. Next is cysogony. Three things. Sexual cycle happens in the inside the mosquito, right? Then asexual cycle and cysogony happens in the liver and the RBC cells of humans. Did you understand this? So therefore, you remember the names of the organisms, right? When they enter human beings, they'll be in the form of trophoid. That's they are in the form of sporozoites. Their sporozoites are elongated when centrally swollen, and which are ends are pointed. And once they enter, immediately from the blood they will go to the liver. In liver, they attack the liver cells. In liver cells, they will multiply. And how they multiply is by multiple fission. Multiple fission is one organism divides its nucleus into small bits. Then all these bits will get surrounded by cytoplasm, right? Then all of it, they open up the liver cells, come out. Then again attack the next liver cell. Like whole big liver, they keep attacking one to another cell. They keep on attacking the cells. This is the major problem, where in the liver it will first multiply, therefore liver will get swollen, right? After that, some of them, they will break open the liver cells, they enter the bloodstream again. From the bloodstream, they go to the RBC cells. In RBC, they start multiplying again, right? In RBC cells, they again undergo cytogony. Cytogony is one nucleus will divide to multiple nucleus surrounded by the cytoplasm, and after that, they will break open and they come out. That's called the RBC cytogony or erythrocytic life cycle. We call it as the two life cycles are there. One is the erythrocytic life cycle, other is the hepatic life cycle. Right? Erythrocytic life cycle is the RBC ನಲ್ಲಿ multiply ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತದೆ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಒಂದು RBC ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಆಗಿ ಆಚೆ ಬಂದಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು RBC ಸೇರ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಹಾಗೆ one after the keep on continuing, and due to this there will be when they break open the RBC, they produce something called the hemozoin. It's a chemical that will result in the high chills and fever, right? Almost like every 4 hours or 38 hours once it will multiply, right? Sometimes it is multiplying in 4 hours once, sometimes it will multiply. That is actually this Plasmodium vivax, what I have shown, it is multiplying 38 hours, it will restart again. Means the third day again it starts. It happens once, you get fever, chill, done. Then you get high fever, then you are all right. Then next third day only it will reappear. So many times what happens is the patient will think that okay, I am all right. He will get sweating, he will get nice fever, and he will sleep off, get up, he will feel that okay, I am all right. He start doing all activities, but again at 48 hours again reappears. On 48 hours in the start again. This is how this life cycle is very difficult to get rid of. And if you are living in an area where there are a lot of mosquitoes, it's very common, and I told you it has reappeared, it has reoccurred. Now all of us are worried about only COVID. Think about all these also, because you people, if you are staying in a very environment which is full of mosquitoes, anything can happen, right? When Ronald Ross was the first person, I hope you know it. Ronald Ross identified the medicine for this from the cinchona bark, right? That was a big, revolution. He got Nobel Award for that, right? So let's now talk about the malaria. Till what you have written malaria points. Just let me know points what you have written till last point what you have written about malaria. Can you show me? Causal organism, that's all, huh? Okay. Diagnosis. Okay, fine. So I'll repeat it again, you just check. Malaria, what I told you is causal organism, ma'am, symptoms, diagnosis we have done. Okay, fine then. So I said blood smear have to be taken during the fever of malaria. We have to write, right? Okay, it's okay. First let us finish this. So causal organism, if you are written side heading malaria, then you write types of Malarian parasites. Then you write this later. Life cycle course in time you will get. First you write, what is that? Types of Malarian parasites. First one, Plasmodium vivax. Are you writing? Plasmodium vivax. It causes benign tertian malaria. Write the name properly. What we get normally is this one. BENIGN. Benign tertian malaria. TERTAIN. Tertian malaria. So first write this. You want me to write? I'll write it on the board. Benign tertian malaria. Okay, life cycle bariya na. First in birth bidana. So what did I tell you? Benign tertian malaria. This I'll write it later again. Okay. First one, benign tertian malaria caused by Plasmodium vivax. Okay. Second one, Plasmodium ovale. Second one is Plasmodium ovale. It also causes benign tertian malaria and repeat every third day. They repeat every third day. Okay. Third one, Plasmodium malariae. It forms cotton malaria. Plasmodium malariae. It causes cotton malaria. Name of the malaria. There are neat questions there. Cotton malaria. And last one is Plasmodium falciparum. This forms quotidian malaria. Okay. The last one, fourth one, Plasmodium falciparum. It causes quotidian malaria. ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಲೇರಿಯಾ ಹೆಸರುಗಳು ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಇದ್ರ ಹೆಸರು ಬೆನೈನ್ ಟರ್ಷಿಯನ್ ಮಲೇರಿಯಾ, ಇದು ಕ್ವಾರ್ಟರ್ ಮಲೇರಿಯಾ, ಇದು ಕೊಟಿಡಿಯನ್ ಮಲೇರಿಯಾ. Quotidian malaria. You write all the 4 types. I have written C covering. Board ಮೇಲೆ ಬರ್ತೀನಿ ನೋಡಮ್ಮ ಸ್ಪೆಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್. ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒಂದು Plasmodium vivax ಗೊತ್ತು. Okay, vivax ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ದೆ ನಾನು? It causes benign tertian malaria. Plasmodium ovale ಕೂಡ benign tertian malaria. Plasmodium malaria causes cotton malaria, and Plasmodium falciparum cause quotidian malaria. QUOTI. Yeah, quotidian malaria. ಬರದ್ರಾ? quotidian malaria. Okay. So ಈಗ ಒಂದೊಂದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆನೂ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ, ಒಂದೊಂದು ಎರಡೆರಡು ಲೈನ್ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Okay. First you write Plasmodium vivax. ಒಂದೊಂದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. First one is Plasmodium vivax. It attacks every third day. That means every 48 hours once. Third day interact ಅಂದ್ರೆ third day 48 hours again. 48 hours once. It is characterized by recurrent fever. It is characterized by recurrent ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಆಗಲೇ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ ನಾನು ಮೊನ್ನೆನೇ. ಒಂದ್ಸತಿ ಫೀವರ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ರಿಕರೆಂಟ್ ಫೀವರ್ ಅಂತಾರೆ. Recurrent fever. And is called paroxysms. PAROXYSM. PAROXYSMS. Paroxysms. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ರಿಕರೆಂಟ್ ಫೀವರ್ ಗೆ ಹಗಲೆಲ್ಲ ಜ್ವರ ಬರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ paroxysms ಅಂತಾರೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ರಿಕರೆಂಟ್ ಫೀವರ್ ಹೆಸರು paroxysms. Fever is very mild. Fever is very mild and is not fatal. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸತ್ತೋಗಲ್ಲ ಇದು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಬೇಗ. ಇದ್ರಿಂದ ಅಷ್ಟೊಂದು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಜೋರ ಜ್ವರ ಬರಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. Fever is mild and is not fatal. It is commonly seen in tropical and temperate regions of India. Normally seen in tropical and temperate regions of India. Regions and India. Tropical and temperate regions and India. India ಬಂದು deciduous area ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Tropical and temperate regions and India. Next ಬಂದು Plasmodium ovale. Plasmodium ovale ಯಾವ ತರ disease ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ ನಾನು, ಯಾವ ತರ ಮಲೇರಿಯಾ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ Plasmodium ovale ಗೆ. Let me see Plasmodium ovale, which disease I told you. It cause, are you there? It cause what? Penile tertian malaria. Good, Prakriti. Penile tertian malaria. Benign tertian malaria is right. Okay, right. It also causes benign tertian malaria. Even it occurs every 48 hours once. Even it occurs every 48 hours once. But this disease is common in only West Africa and South America. It is common in only West Africa and South America. See, these notes you properly keep it. Need again we kallanu helta ideni nanu. Okay, next. Plasmodium malariae. What is the disease caused by Plasmodium malariae? Plasmodium malaria, the disease is cotton malaria. Good, very good. Cotton malaria. Cotton alla, cotton. Q-U-A-R-T. Cotton ಬರ್ತಾರೆ ಯಾರು? Q-U-A-R-T. Cotton. Quantum ಬರ್ತಾರೆ ಯಾರು? Quantum ಅಲ್ಲ. Cotton. Q-U-A-R-T-A-N. Cotton malaria. Good. Cotton malaria. It occurs every 4th day. This is 3rd day ಬರ್ತಲ್ವಾ, ಅದು every 4th day ಬರುತ್ತೆ. It occurs every 4th day, that is almost 72 hours. After every 72 hours. It is found both in tropical and temperate regions. It is found in both tropical and temperate regions. And it is not very common. Next one, Plasmodium falciparum. It is the most serious parasite because it can cause 3 types of malaria. Namely quotidian malaria. First one is 3 ತರದ malaria ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ. ಒಂದು quotidian malaria, put a dash, almost it attacks every day. Second one, malignant tertian malaria. Malignant tertian ಆಗಲೇ ಬರೆದಿರಿ. ಅವು benign, ಇದು tertian. It is a malignant. Malignant ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂಥರ ಗಂಟು ತರ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Malignant tertian malaria. Second one ಇದು ಯಾವುದು? falciparum ಅನೇ 3 ತರದ್ದಿದೆ. ಒಂದೇನು ಹೇಳಿದೆ ನಾನು? quotidian malaria. ಎರಡನೇದು ಬಂದು malignant tertian malaria. Put a dash, it occurs every 48 hours once. And it is severe and it is fatal. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸತ್ತು ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ ಇದು ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಅಂತ. Malignant tertian malaria, that is severe and fatal. And the third one, right? Irregular malaria. Irregular malaria. Which has irregular time of infection. Irregular time of infection. This is found only in tropical regions. This is found only in tropical regions. Lisa? Okay, listen now. Let me list them up. ನಿಮಗೆ ಬೋರ್ಡ್ಗೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಮೋಡಿಯಂ ವೈವ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಬರೆದ್ರೆ ಸಾಕು. ನಾನು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ಯಾಕೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ, ನೀವು ನೀಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಬರೀತಿಲ್ವಾ ಎವ್ರಿ ವೀಕ್ಗೆ, ಅವಾಗ ಈ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಕೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ನಾನು. ದಟ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ತರದ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕೆಲಸ ಏನು, ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಮೋಡಿಯಂ ವೈವ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಮೋಡಿಯಂ ಓವೇಲ್ ಕಾಸ್ ರೆಗ್ಯುಲರ್ ಟರ್ಷಿಯನ್ ಮಲೇರಿಯಾ. ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ ದ ಬೆನೈನ್ ಟರ್ಷಿಯನ್ ಮಲೇರಿಯಾ. ಬೆನೈನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ ಆತರ, ಬೆನೈನ್ ಟರ್ಷಿಯನ್ ಮಲೇರಿಯಾ. ಮೂರನೇ ಬಂದು ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಮೋಡಿಯಂ malaria, which is causing cotton malaria. Cotton malaria ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ನಾಲ್ಕನೇದು ಬಂದು ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಮೋಡಿಯಂ falciparum. It is causing 3 different types of malaria. ಇದು ತುಂಬಾ ಸೀರಿಯಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇದು. It causes 3 different types of malaria. ಯಾವುದು ಮೂರುನು? Let me see. ಮೂರುನು ಬರೀರಿ ನೋಡೋಣ. All the 3 types I told you right now. ಯಾವುದು? Only for ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಮೋಡಿಯಂ falciparum ಗೆ 3 ತರ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದೆ. What are the 3 types of the Plasmodium falciparum? First one is forming quotidian malaria. Second one ಬಂದು malignant tertian malaria. Third one irregular malaria. ಮೂರು ತರ. Okay, very good. Very good. All of you are writing. Good. Nisarga, Leelavati, all are writing. Good, good. Okay. ಯಾವುದು ತುಂಬಾ fatal ಅಂದ್ರೆ falciparum ಅನೇ. ಅದರಲ್ಲೂ second type. ಅದು malignant tertian malaria is more fatal. Okay, but anyway ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇರಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಇಂಡಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಟ್ರಾಪಿಕಲ್ ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಹತ್ರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Okay, next right, mode of transmission. Mode of transmission. Malarian parasite Plasmodium vivax completes its life cycle in 2 hosts. Completes its life cycle in 2 hosts. Number 1, mosquito. Number 2, man. Mosquito and man. Next, the parasite is carried through mosquito from healthy person when it bites the affected person. When it bites the affected person. When such female Anopheles mosquito bites another healthy person, the parasite transfers from its saliva to human blood. I repeat it. When these female Anopheles mosquito bites another healthy person, the parasite transmits to him from saliva to his blood. From saliva to his blood. Okay, written. I think last class you have written all the symptoms, no? The person will be sweating and he will have intermittent fever. Have you written all that? Yeah, you are written. Okay, next to write incubation period. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ತನಕ ಅದು ಹೊರಗೆ ಬರಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. Incubation period ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದ್ಸತಿ ಅದರ ಸೊಳ್ಳೆ ಕಚ್ಚಿದ ಮೇಲೆ 10 to 14 days it will not come out. Write down. Malarian parasite shows incubation of 10 to 14 days. 10 to 14 days. Next paragraph. Sir Ronald Ross, R-O-N-A-L-D, Ronald, R-O-S-S. Sir Ronald Ross. In 1902, got the Nobel Award for explaining mosquito-malaria relationship. Mosquito-malaria relationship. During that time, he was working in Indian Medical Service. During that time, he was working in Indian Medical Service. India 1902. He was working in Indian Medical Service. August 29th. August 29th is celebrated as Mosquito Day. August 29th. ನೋಡೋಣ ನೀವು ನೆನಪಿಸ್ತೀರಾ ಅಂತ. August 29th is celebrated as a Mosquito Day. ಗೊತ್ತಾ ನಿಮಗೆ ಇದು? August 29th ಗೆ ನೆನಪಿಸ್ಬೇಕು ನನಗೆ. Mosquito Day ಅಂತ. ಅವತ್ತೊಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಅವೇರ್ನೆಸ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಸುತ್ತಮುತ್ತ ಇರೋರಿಗೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ. ಹಂಗೆ ಮಸ್ಕಿಟೋ ನೆಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಮಲ್ಕೋಬೇಡಿ ಅಂತ. Okay? You remind me on August 29th. Okay? Fine. Next, life history of Plasmodium vivax. Life history of Plasmodium vivax. Few points you write, then you write the cycle. Right on. Plasmodium completes its life cycle in 2 phases and 2 hosts. Plasmodium vivax completes its life cycle in 2 phases and 2 hosts. ಇದು ಬರುತ್ತೆ 5 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಇದು ನಿಮಗೆ ಬೋರ್ಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್. ಓಕೆ, ರೈಟ್ ಸಮ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಹಾಕೊಂಬಿಟ್ಟು ಬರ್ಕೊಂಬಿಡಿ ಲೈಫ್ ಸೈಕಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಮೋಡಿಯಂ ವೈವಾಕ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ 5 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಇದು. ಓಕೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ completes life cycle in two phases and 2 hosts, mosquito and man. Mosquito and man. The phases of multiplication are, first one, sizogony. Sizogony agale bardide board mele. Sizogony. Sizogony, during which it will multiply and grow. Multiply and grow. And is a type of asexual multiplication. Grow, multiply, and it is a type of asexual multiplication. Second one, gamogony or the sexual cycle. Gamogony or the sexual cycle which begins in humans and ends in mosquito. which begins in humans and ends in mosquito. Third one, sporogony. That is asexual multiplication in mosquito. Asexual multiplication in mosquito. In this, mosquito is considered to be the primary host. Primary host, where it completes sexual cycle, and man is considered to be a secondary host. Man is considered to be a secondary host where asexual cycle is completed. Okay, I repeat, ma. Wait, where asexual cycle is completed. You want me to explain you gamogony? Okay, right on. Gamogony is a sexual phase which starts in man but ends in mosquito. Starts in man but ends in mosquito. Did you write? I repeated Tejashwini. Okay. And then last one is asexual multiplication. That's sporogony. Asexual multiplication. Aita repeat marta idini. Wherever. Next, what I told you. In this, mosquito is considered to be the primary host, where sexual life cycle is completed, and man is considered to be the secondary host, where the asexual life cycle is completed. Done with this? Okay. First write the cycle you write. Once I give you big cycle, one page and full cycle performedy. Cycle melene idea bandbiduthe hengirde anta. I will write it again. Wherever I have written, most of the things are mixed up. I will write it again here where I erased that. I will write it again. So I told liver cycle is isogony. Isogony baradu. This is the liver. In liver, it's isogony. It is an RBC. It is completing, again multiplying and entering. Then comes the gametocytes. These are called as the gametocytes. Gametocytes. Male ಮತ್ತು ಫೀಮೇಲ್ ಎರಡು ಇರ್ತಾವೆ. ಮೇಲ್ ಫೀಮೇಲ್ ಎರಡು ಇರ್ತವೆ. ಈ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಮಸ್ಕಿಟೋ ಬೈಟ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಮಸ್ಕಿಟೋಗೆ ಎಂಟರ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಗಟ್ಟನಲ್ಲಿ ಎಂಟರ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Those are the gametocytes. Gametocytes enter the gut of the mosquito. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮೇಲ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಫೀಮೇಲ್, ಮೇಲ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಫೀಮೇಲ್, ಇದು ಫೀಮೇಲ್ ಇದು ಮೇಲ್ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. They undergo fertilization and forms a zygote, and this zygote undergo asexual reproduction because the sporogony. It undergo asexual reproduction to form number of sporozoites that change the shape and become like this later, and they are stored in the salivary gland. These are sporozoites. Sporozoites become like this and later will be entering into the human beings. Okay? This is about the life cycle in the mosquito. This is the life cycle of humans. Separate them. Could you see it properly? On the board, first I written liver multiplication, then I entered the RBC. RBC also then multiply by RBC cytogony, erythrocytic cytogony ಅಂತಾರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ RBC ನಲ್ಲಿ. erythrocyte ಅಂದ್ರೆ RBC ಅಲ್ವಾ? erythrocytic cytogony ಅಂತಾರೆ. ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಆಗಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಆಚೆ ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಆಗಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. They may continue or they may come out in the form of gametocytes. Gametocytes ಹೋಗಿ mosquito gut ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. mosquito gut ಇಂದ it get fertilized from the zygote. ಇದು zygote ಇದು. This is a diploid zygote. Okay. zygote ಬಂದು diploid ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಆಮೇಲೆ ಸ್ಪೋರೋಜೋಯಿಡ್ಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಎಂಟರ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಮಿಯೋಸಿಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಆಯ್ತಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಮ ಸೈಕಲ್. ಓಕೆ, ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ sporocytes. It is called sporocyte. Did you finish writing? Shall I start the next point? Did you finish writing? Okay, finish then. Finish. Once you finish, you tell me that you have finished. Have you done with that? Yes, done. All of you did it? Okay, done. Okay, start writing points on that. Keep watching the drawing only. Whenever I'm explaining, watch the drawing. Write down. First, number 1, you write cyzogony. Cyzogony. It is of 2 types. ಯಾವುದು ಸೈಜೋಗೋನಿ? ಎರಡು ತರ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. ಯಾವ್ದು ಎರಡು ಸೈಜೋಗೋನಿ? ಎರಡು ಸೈಜೋಗೋನಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬ್ರೇಕಿಂಗ್ ದ ಸೆಲ್, ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಬ್ರೇಕಿಂಗ್ ದ ಸೆಲ್. ಯಾವ್ದು ಎರಡು ಸೈಜೋಗೋನಿ? ಬೋರ್ಡ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಬರ್ದಿದ್ದೀನಲ್ಲ, ಯಾವ ಎರಡು ಸೈಜೋಗೋನಿ? ಲೆಟ್ ಮಿ ಚೆಕ್. ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಟು ಮೀ. Hepatic and RBC. Good. Write down. First one hepatic cyzogony, second one erythrocytic cyzogony. Okay, write down. Hepatic cyzogony and erythrocytic. Good. Sanjana written, Namya written, Lavanya, all of you are writing. Very good. Hepatic cyzogony and erythrocytic cyzogony. First one you write. First one you write hepatic cyzogony or exoerythrocytic cyzogony. Exo andre RBC bittu anta. Okay. Hepatic cyzogony ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಹೆಸರು ಏನು ಹೇಳಿದೆ ನಾನು? exoerythrocytic cyzogony. exo ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹೊರಗಡೆ, erythrocytic ಅಂದ್ರೆ RBC. exoerythrocytic cyzogony ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕೂಡ hepatic cyzogony. Bardra side reading up. What you wrote? Along with hepatic cyzogony, what you wrote side reading? ಬರದ್ರಾ ಈ ಹಿಪಾಟಿಕ್ ಸೈಜೋಗೋನಿಗೆ ನಾವೇನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಇದನ್ನ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಹೆಸರೇನು ಹಿಪಾಟಿಕ್ ಸೈಜೋಗೋನಿಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸೋ ಎರಿಥ್ರೋಸೈಟಿಕ್ ಸೈಜೋಗೋನಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕೂಡ ಹಿಪಾಟಿಕ್ ಸೈಜೋಗೋನಿ ಅಂತಾನೆ ಅರ್ಥ. ಓಕೆ ಗುಡ್. ಎಕ್ಸೋ ಎರಿಥ್ರೋಸೈಟಿಕ್ ಸೈಜೋಗೋನಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕೂಡ ಎರಿಥ್ರೋಸೈಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆರ್ಬಿಸಿ, ಎಕ್ಸೋ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆರ್ಬಿಸಿ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಆಚೆ ಕಡೆ ಅಂತ. ಗುಡ್ 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 ಗುಡ್. ರೈಟ್ ಡೌನ್. Malarian parasite enters the human blood or a healthy man's blood. Human or healthy man's blood, you write. Healthy man's blood along with the saliva of mosquito. Saliva of female Anopheles mosquito. Saliva of female Anopheles mosquito. How is done? Whenever mosquito is biting, it will not see properly. It will saliva also enters us. Saliva ಜೊತೆಗೇನೆ ನಮಗೆ parasite ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Okay, so it enters human beings through what did it take? Saliva of the female Anopheles mosquito. ನಮಗೆ ಬೈಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಬರೀ ಇದನ್ನೇ ಬರಲ್ಲ, ಅದ್ರ ಸಲೈವನು ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. ಓಕೆ, ಆಫ್ ಮಸ್ಕಿಟೋ. This saliva contains anticoagulant. Anticoagulant ಅಂದ್ರೇನು? Anticoagulant ಅಂದ್ರೇನು? ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮೌತ್, ಸಪೋಸ್ ಇಮ್ಯಾಜಿನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಜಾಣ ಅಂತ ಮಸ್ಕಿಟೋ. And mosquito by not mosquito, this one. Whenever the sporozoites are formed na mosquito nalli, adralli saliva nalli anticoagulants irutte, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಕ್ಲಾಟ್ ಆಗಬಾರದು ಅಂತ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಅದು ನಮಗೆ ಬೈಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ along with saliva anticoagulant ಎಂಟರ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಮತ್ತೆ parasite ಎಂಟರ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Are you able to follow? It prevents clotting, it avoids clotting. Good Amina, correct. Okay, it prevents clotting. Write down. Saliva with anticoagulant. Because mosquito has to feed on human blood. Mosquito ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ಯಾರಾಸೈಟ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ತಗೋಬೇಕು. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಆಂಟಿಕೋಆಗುಲೆಂಟ್ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ನಮ್ ಕಚ್ಚೋವಾಗ ನಮ್ ಬಾಡಿ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಅದು ಆಂಟಿಕೋಆಗುಲೆಂಟ್ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಎಳ್ಕೊಳ್ತದೆ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಅನ್ನ. ಆ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ಯಾಥೋಜನ್ಸ್ ಎಂಟರ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. ಆರ್ ಯು ಗೆಟಿಂಗ್ ಇಟ್? ಸಿ, ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಕಟ್ ಒಂದೊಂದು ವರ್ಡ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ವರ್ಡ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ನಾನು. ಅದು ಬೈಟ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಅದು ನಮ್ಮ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಗೆ ಆಂಟಿಕೋಆಗುಲೆಂಟ್ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಯಾಕೆ? ನಮ್ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ತಗೊಂಡ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಅದು ಬಾಡಿ ಮೇಲೆ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಕ್ಲಾಟ್ ಆಗಬಾರ್ದು. therefore it will produce or it will release anticoagulants. ಅದು ನಮ್ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಗೂ ಎಂಟರ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ತಾನು ತಗೊಳ್ಳುವಾಗ ಅದು ಬ್ಲಡ್ ತಿನ್ನೋದಲ್ವಾ, ಅದು ಊಟ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಬ್ಲಡ್. ಓಕೆ, right? While getting the blood or while sucking the blood, ಅಂದ್ರೆ anticoagulant ಯಾವಾಗ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಅದು ಸಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ನ. ಓಕೆ, ಡನ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, at this time sporozoites of Plasmodium enters the human bloodstream. Sporozoites of the Plasmodium enters the human blood. ಬರೀತಿದ್ದೀರಾ? Sporozoites are elongated, slender, with pointed end on either side. ಹೆಂಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಸ್ಪೊರೋಜಾಯ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹಿಂಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಎಡ್ಜಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತಿನ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಮಧ್ಯ ದಪ್ಪ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ narrow on either end and swollen at the center. Okay. Within half an hour of infection, of entry of pathogen, within half an hour, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅರ್ಧ ಗಂಟೆನಲ್ಲಿ, within half an hour of entry of pathogen, it enters the liver cells. It enters the liver cells. In liver cells, it becomes spherical and it feeds on the glycogen fat present in liver. It feeds on the glycogen fat present in liver. Next, it undergo multiple fission. which multiple fission ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಹೇಗಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಲ್ವಾ. ರೀಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಆರ್ಗಾನಿಸಮ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಒಂದು ಇರೋದು ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ ಬಿಡ್ತಿದೆ, ಒಂದು ಈಚ್ ಒನ್ ಗೆ ಒಂದಿಷ್ಟು ಸೈಟೋಪ್ಲಾಸಂ ಕೂಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಒಂದೊಂದು ಸೆಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ರೈಟ್. ಇಟ್ ಅಂಡರ್ಗೋ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪಲ್ fission. During this, nucleus divides mitotically through repeated divisions. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದರಿಂದ ಎರಡಲ್ಲ, 2, 4, 10 ಸಾವಿರ ಆಗಿಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. Nucleus divides mitotically repeatedly. Next, each of this nucleus gathers some cytoplasm. Each of the nucleus gathers some cytoplasm and forms circular structures. Circular structures. They are called schizons. Schizons. S-C-H-I. Schizons. Next. They may enter the fresh liver cells and continue the cycle. They may enter the fresh liver cell and may continue. ಅಥವಾ ಏನ್ ಹೇಳಿದೆ ನಾನು, ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಆಚೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಫ್ರೆಶ್ ಲಿವರ್ ಸೆಲ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಮೇ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ. But sometimes they will break open the liver cells and enter the bloodstream again. By rupturing of the liver cells. Break down and release in the bloodstream by the rupturing of liver cells. Such merozoites now enter the RBC. I said, Leelavati, you want me to repeat that? Okay, what did I say? They may continue the life cycle or they may break open and get released into the bloodstream. Break open the liver cell and release in the bloodstream. Ishtaita. Next, now they enter the RBC. Next, write down erythrocytic life cycle or erythrocytic schizophrenia. Erythrocytic life cycle or erythrocytic schizophrenia. Okay, write down. The parasite enters the RBC first. Within the RBC, they become circular rounded structures, circular or rounded structures. And start growing. These structures are called trophozoites. ಆಗಲೇ ಬಂದಿದ್ದು ಮೀರೋಜೋಯಿಡ್ಸ್, ಇದರ ಹೆಸರು ಟ್ರೋಫೋಜೋಯಿಡ್ಸ್. TROPHO ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಇರೋ ಟ್ರೋಫೋಜೋಯಿಡ್ಸ್, ಆಚೆ ಬಂದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಕೆಮೆಟೋಸೈಟ್ಸ್. These are called trophozoites. TROPHO, trophozoites. These trophozoites appear like signet rings. Signet rings ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಕೈಗೆ ಹಾಕೋತಾರಲ್ಲ ಡೈಮಂಡ್ ರಿಂಗ್, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸುತ್ತ ಸರ್ಕಲ್ ಮಧ್ಯೆ ಒಂದು ಡಾಟ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಓಕೆ, I'll show you how it looks like actually. ಎಲ್ಲಿ RBC ಒಳಗಡೆ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಆಗೋ ಗ್ರೋ ಆಗತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಹೇಗ್ ಕಾಣುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸಿಗ್ನೆಟ್ ರಿಂಗ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಇದೆ ನೋಡಿ. ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಸೆಪರೇಟ್ ಆಗಿ ನೀನು ವಾಚ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಹೇಗ್ ಕಾಣುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹೀಗಿದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಒಂದೊಂದು ಹೀಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಗ್ರೋ ಆಗಿ ಒಂದ್ ದೊಡ್ಡ ವ್ಯಾಕ್ಯೂಲ್, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಇದ್ರ ಹೆಸರು ಸಿಗ್ನೆಟ್ ರಿಂಗ್. ರಿಂಗ್ ಇರ್ತದಲ್ಲ ಹಂಗ್ ಕಾಣುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಇದ್ರ ಹೆಸರು ಸಿಗ್ನೆಟ್ ರಿಂಗ್. I told you these are nothing but they are trophozoites. Trophozoites. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿರೋಕೆ ಏನಂತೀವಿ ನಾವು? ಮೀರೋಜೋಯಿಡ್ಸ್ ಅಂತೀವಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಇದು ಮೀರೋಜೋಯಿಡ್ಸ್. ಇದು ಟ್ರೋಫೋಜೋಯಿಡ್ಸ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಇರೋದು. ಅವು ಹೆಂಗಿರ್ತದೆ? ಸಿಗ್ನೆಟ್ ರಿಂಗ್ ತರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಹಿಂಗೆ ಸಿಗ್ನೆಟ್ ರಿಂಗ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂಥರ ಹಳ್ಳಿಂದು ಉಂಗುರ ತರ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ರಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಕೈಗೆ ಹಾಕೋತಾರಲ್ಲ ಹಾಗೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ therefore they appear signet ring like structures. As they contain a central vacuole and nucleus is pushed to the side. As it contains in the central vacuole and nucleus is pushed to the side. Okay, next write ಸಿಗ್ನೆಟ್ ರಿಂಗ್ ಚಿತ್ರ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇವುಗಳಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ಟ್ರೋಫೋಜೋಯಿಟ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಒಂದು ಸಿಗ್ನೆಟ್ ರಿಂಗ್ ತರ ಬರೀರಿ. Okay, listen now. Okay, I repeat. Nisarga, I repeat. I said that inside the RBC what's happening? RBC cells ಒಳಗಡೆ ಇರುವಾಗ these will grow in size and appear signet ring like structures. Signet ring ತರ ಕಾಣುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. ಏನ್ signet ring size structure ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ನಲ್ವಾ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಏನ್ ಹೇಳಿದೆ ನಾನು? Because of the development of central vacuole and nucleus is pushed towards side. This is what is signet ring. They appear while growing, they appear signet ring like structures as they develop a central vacuole and nucleus is pushed to the periphery or side. ಆಯ್ತಾ ನಿಸರ್ಗ ಬರ್ದ್ಯಾ? Okay, done. Okay, listen. ಇದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅದು ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರೋದನ್ನ ದೇ ಡೈಜೆಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಕನ್ಸ್ಯೂಮ್ ಆಲ್ ದ ಹಿಮೋಗ್ಲೋಬಿನ್. ಆರ್ಬಿಸಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ವಾ, ಹಿಮೋಗ್ಲೋಬಿನ್ ತಿನ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ. ದೆನ್ ದೇ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಹಿಮೋಜೋಯಿನ್. ಹಿಮೋಜೋಯಿನ್ ಅಂತ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಹಿಮೋಗ್ಲೋಬಿನ್ ತಿನ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಮೇಲೆ ಹಿಮೋಜೋಯಿನ್ ಅಂತ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ರೈಟ್ ಡೌನ್. ಲೇಟರ್, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಇದೆ, ಲೇಟರ್ they consume the hemoglobin and convert them into blackish pigment called hemozoin. Blackish pigment called hemozoin. Next, once they fully cover the RBC, they undergo multiple fission. They undergo multiple fission. They undergo multiple fission. That is, they become Sisont. They undergo Sisont. Multiple fission अंदर Sisont होता है. Sisont. The resultant cells are normally like merozoites. Resultant cells are like merozoites, and they may attack the another RBC. And they may attack another RBC. Another RBC. Or in 48 hours of infection, RBC cells rupture, or in 48 hours of infection, RBC ruptures to release the merozoites into the plasma. Into the plasma, RBC ruptures and merozoites enter the plasma along with hemozoin. Along with hemozoin. Along with hemozoin. Hemozoin is responsible for chills and fever. Responsible for chills and fever. Along with, responsible for chills and fever. Thus, by rupturing of RBC, patients suffer from malarial fever attack. Patient suffers from malarial fever attack. Okay, next. Gamogony. Next point, gamogony. All these are schizoids only, no? Now, gametes form agitala adu. Gamogony. Once RBC ruptures, some of the schizonts are the merozoites. Some of the schizonts or the merozoites remain small and become gametes or gametocytes. Remain small and become gametocytes or the gametes. They distinguish into male and female gametes. Male and female gametes. And at this stage, if another female Anopheles mosquito bites the patient, another female Anopheles mosquito bites the patient, they enter the digestive tract of mosquito. They enter the digestive tract of mosquito. Enter the digestive tract of mosquito. Next, right, gametogenesis. Gametogenesis, third one. In the gut region of mosquito, male and female gametes undergo fertilization. Male and female gametocytes undergo fertilization. To produce the diploid zygote. Diploid zygote. Next, right, third one, sporogony. First one, seizont aita. Second one, gamogony. This sporogony. Next is sporogony. The zygote developed now will undergo multiple divisions and form large number of sporozoites. Large number of sporozoites, around 200,000 bracketal barcode. Around 200,000 sporozoites. These migrate to the salivary glands of mosquito. These migrate to the salivary glands of mosquito and continue the life cycle if it bites another healthy man. And continue the infection when this bites the healthy man. Aita Vardo. Last one, right, controlling measures. You know, control ಹೆಂಗ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಅಂತ. ಮಸ್ಕಿಟೋನ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಲ್ಲ, ಹೆಂಗೆ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಮಾಡೋದು? Ditches ಮತ್ತೆ pools ಅನ್ನ we have to fill it up. Cover it. To avoid mosquito. ಹಳೆ ಕಾಲ DDT ಹಾಕ್ತೀರಿ, DDT ಹಾಕಲ್ಲ ನಾವು. Isn't it? Okay. First, right? Number one, closing the water bodies. ditches by the help of a large lid. With the help of a large lid. Okay. Adding oil on the water surface is correct. Oil on the ನಮ್ಮ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋ ವಾಟರ್ ಟ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಗಳಿಗೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ತುಂಬಾ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಬೇಡ, ನಮ್ಮ ಮನೆಗೆ ಬರೋ ನೀರು ಕುಡಿಯಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಆಯಿಲ್ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಕುಡಿಯಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಎನಿ ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಇಟ್ಟಿದ್ರೆ ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ನೀರು ಹಾಕಿ, ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಆಯಿಲ್ ಹಾಕಿ. ಓಕೆ, ದಟ್ಸ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, clean the water bodies regularly at home. Clean the water bodies regularly or at home or around the house. Next, treatment for malaria. Treatment. Malarian parasite can be killed. ಏನೋ ಹೇಳಿದ್ನಲ್ಲ ಆಗಲೇ, ಕೆಮಿಕಲ್ ಅನ್ನು ಯಾವ್ದ್ರಿಂದ ಮಲೇರಿಯಾ ಹೊಡಿಬಹುದು? ಟ್ರೀಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಯಾವುದು? Anybody? So many people are coming and going. 114 members are already ಆಗಲೇ ಇದ್ರು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ. Some will be suddenly disappearing. This will really work, give you hard problems later. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಜನಗಳು ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರಲ್ಲ, ಇನ್ನು ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇವರೆಲ್ಲ ಆಕ್ಸ್ಫರ್ಡ್ ಹುಡುಗರಲ್ಲಿ, ಆಕ್ಸ್ಫರ್ಡ್ ಬಾಯ್ಸ್ ವೇರ್ ಆರ್ ಯು? ಸಿಂಕೋನಾ, ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಶ್ರೀ ಗೌರಿ, ಸಿಂಕೋನಾ ಬಾರ್. ಸಿಂಕೋನಾ ಸ್ಪೆಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ನೋಡಿ, CIN, ಸಿಂಕೋನಾ. ಓಕೆ, ರೈಟ್ ಆನ್ ಟ್ರೀಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್. The quinine chemical, quinine, QUININE, quinine is the anti-malarial drug. Anti-malarial drug. Quinine, QUININE. Quinine is a anti-malarial drug that is extracted from cinchona bark. That is extracted from cinchona, 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 cinchona bark. The synthetic name of the drug is, ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು quinine. Synthetic name ಇದೆ chloroquinine phosphate. The synthetic name of drug is chloroquinine phosphate. ಅಂಡರ್ಲೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಕ್ಲೋರೋಕ್ವಿನೈನ್ ಫಾಸ್ಫೇಟ್ ಅಂತ. ರೆಗ್ಯುಲರ್ ಆಗಿ ಹಳೆ ಕಾಲಕ್ಕೆ ಬರೀ ಕ್ವಿನೈನ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರು, ಈಗ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕೆಮಿಕಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಕ್ಲೋರೋಕ್ವಿನೈನ್ ಫಾಸ್ಫೇಟ್ ಅಂತ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಕ್ಲೋರೋಕ್ವಿನೈನ್ ಫಾಸ್ಫೇಟ್ and primaquinine, PRIMA, primaquinine, chloroquinine phosphate ಅಥವಾ primaquinine. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ. ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೆ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್, ನೆನಪಿದ್ಯಾ? ಹೇಳಿದೆ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಮ್ಯೂಟೇಶನ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಕೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಮ್ಯೂಟೇಶನ್ ಬಂತಲ್ವಾ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ಸ್? ಯಾಕೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವೆಲ್ಲ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಮೇನ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಸುಮಾರು ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ. ನೀಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಬಿಟ್ಟೋದಲ್ಲ. PU ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬೇಕೋ ಅಷ್ಟು ಹೇಳಿ ಮುಗಿದ್ ಬಿಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಿದೆ, ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ಹೇಳ್ತಿರ್ತೀನಿ ನಾನೀಗ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಇದರ ನೇಮ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕು, ಕ್ಲೋರೋಕ್ವಿನೈನ್ ಫಾಸ್ಫೇಟ್, ಮತ್ತೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಯಾವ್ದೋ ಸೈಂಟಿಫಿಕ್ ನೇಮ್ಸ್ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕು. ಎಲ್ಲಿದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ? ಕ್ಲೋರೋಕ್ವಿನೈನ್ ಫಾಸ್ಫೇಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲದೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಯಾವ್ದು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಕೆಮಿಕಲ್. ಸಿಂಕೋನಾ ಸ್ಪೆಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ, CINCHONA. ಯಾ, ಲಾವಣ್ಯ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಪ್ರಿಮಾಕ್ವಿನೈನ್ ಅಥವಾ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಯಾವ್ದು? ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಯಾವ್ದು ಹೇಳಿದೆ? ಎರಡು ಮೆಡಿಸಿನ್ಸ್, ಪ್ರಿಮಾಕ್ವಿನೈನ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಕ್ಲೋರೋಕ್ವಿನೈನ್ ಫಾಸ್ಫೇಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ಡನ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, ಡಿಫೆನ್ಸಿವ್ ಮೆಜರ್ಸ್ ಅಥವಾ ಪ್ರಿಕಾಷನ್ಸ್. ಕ್ಲೋರೋಕ್ವಿನೈನ್ ಫಾಸ್ಫೇಟ್. ಡಿಫೆನ್ಸಿವ್ ಮೆಜರ್ಸ್. ಏನ್ ಡಿಫೆನ್ಸಿವ್ ಮೆಜರ್ಸ್? Sleep under mosquito net. Number 1 ido elladrallukku first medicine baradane sleep under mosquito net. ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಆಟ ಆಡಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೆ ಅವತ್ತಿಂದ ಇವತ್ತಿನ ತನಕ ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಮಸ್ಕಿಟೋ ನೆಟ್ ಶುರು ಮಾಡಿದಿರಾ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ? How many of us started using mosquito net? ಅವತ್ತಿಂದ ಇನ್ನೂ ತನಕ ನಾನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ನೋದ್ರಲ್ಲೇ ಇರ್ತೀರಾ? How many of you started using mosquito net while sleeping? ಒಳ್ಳೆ illiterates ತರ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ ನಾನು ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ. How many of you are using mosquito net? Let me see. Only 1 or 2 people that day they told that they are using. Samyak idana idralli group alli Samyak, are you there? Tejashwini said me ma'am. Good. You have changed now only. I will. Yava Pavitra. Will is future tense. Samyak, are you there? You are not at all heard, not seen. I am putting on and roaming around. Suddenly one day birthday nige dhanodaya agbiಡ್ತದೆ. Okay, you are using. Okay, Samyak, you are also using. You are here only. You to use a mosquito net or not? Good. So many are using. Subhash is using. You have to change. You have changed now. No, so many people were no, ma'am, I am not using yet. Start telling you, Samyak. What happened to you here? You should start now, but very good, very sincerely using. You should use for your own sake, safety. You are using because not only malaria, so many other things come from mosquito. Alva. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅದು ಬರೀ ಮಸ್ಕಿಟೋದಲ್ಲಿ ಸೊಳ್ಳೆ ಇದ್ರಿಂದ ಪ್ಯಾಥೋಜನ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೂ ಅದು ಆಂಟಿಕೋಯಾಗುಲೆಂಟ್ ಬಿಡುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ತುಂಬಾ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಬಾಡಿಗೆ. ಆಂಟಿಕೋಯಾಗುಲೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ ಅದು? ಆಂಟಿಕೋಯಾಗುಲೆಂಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಯುವರ್ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಕ್ಲಾಟಿಂಗ್. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಸ್ಕಿಟೋ ನೆಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸ್ಲೀಪ್ ಅಂಡರ್ ಮಸ್ಕಿಟೋ ನೆಟ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಸಮ್ ಇನ್ಸೆಕ್ಟ್ ರಿಪೆಲೆಂಟ್ಸ್. Oil or cream. Apply some mosquito repellents like oil or cream. ನೀವು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ ಅವಾಗ ಅದನ್ನ ಹಚ್ಕೊಳ್ದು ಅಂತ ಮೈಗೆ, ಅದು ಹಚ್ಕೋಬಹುದು. ಬಟ್ ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಎಲ್ಲಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಒಳ್ಳೇದೇನೆ ಇದು ಮಸ್ಕಿಟೋ ನೆಟ್. Screen the doors and windows with the wire gauze. Screen the doors and windows with the wire gauze. ವೈರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ವೈರ್ ಇರ್ತದಲ್ಲ, ಅದನ್ನ ಹಾಕ್ಬೇಕು. ತಿಂಡು ನೆಟ್ ತರ ಮೆಶ್. Keep the hands and feet covered with cloth. ಇಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಫುಲ್ ಮೈ ತುಂಬಾ ಬಟ್ಟೆ ಹಾಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಅಂತಾರ ಸಂಜೆ ಹೊತ್ತು. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ನಾರ್ಮಲಿ ಈವ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಸ್ಕಿಟೋಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಎಂಟರ್. ಕವರ್ ದ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಫೀಟ್ ವಿತ್ ಅ ಕ್ಲಾತ್ ಇನ್ ಈವ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಟೈಮ್. ಓಕೆ, ಈವ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಅದನ್ನ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ ಸಾಕು. ಓಕೆ, ಡನ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಟಾಕ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಡಿಸೀಸ್. ವಾಟ್ಸ್ ದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಡಿಸೀಸ್? ಅಮೀಬಾಯ್ಡ್ ಡಿಸೆಂಟ್ರಿ, ರೈಟ್? ಅಮೀಬಿಯಾಸಿಸ್. Okay, so let me explain you first that, then we'll come back here. Okay, amoeboid dysentery ಹೇಳೋಣ ಈಗ. Amoebiasis. How will it enter? Amoebiasis ಹೇಗೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ? Because of the contaminated food and water. ತಾನೆ? So let me give you the story of amoebiasis. It's caused by causal organism है ना, Entamoeba histolytica. Histolytica. Is a histolytica. Okay. Entamoeba histolytica. So it is the organism that causes amoebiasis. Okay, how it transmits? Transmission is through contaminated food and water. Food and water that is transmitted through houseflies. Okay. Write the heading Entamoeba histolytica. Second one. Amoebiasis is widespread in India. First, because of poor sanitary conditions. Widespread in India because of the poor sanitary conditions and polluted drinking water. Modes of transmission, write down. Infection through contaminated food and water. That contain human feces. And is transmitted through houseflies. And unhygienic food handling. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹೌಸ್ ಫ್ಲೈಸ್ ಅಂದು ಒಂದು ಕತೆ ಕಾರಣ ಇದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ನಮ್ದೇ ಕ್ಲೀನ್ ಆಗಿರಲ್ಲ. ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ವಿಲೇಜಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ತುಂಬಾ ಗಲೀಜ್ ನೋಡಿ. ಎಲ್ಲಾ ವಿಲೇಜ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಕ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಕೆಲವು ವಿಲೇಜಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಔಟ್ಸೈಡ್ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರಲ್ವಾ ಟಾಯ್ಲೆಟ್ಗೆ, ಅಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಟಾಯ್ಲೆಟ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಫೀಕಸ್ ಮ್ಯಾಟರ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಅದರಿಂದ ಹೌಸ್ ಫ್ಲೈಸ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಅನಿಮಲ್ಸ್ ಓಡಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಯು ಆಲ್ಸೋ ವಿಲ್ ಕಮ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ಫುಡ್ ಇನ್ಸೈಡ್. ಯು ವಿಲ್ ನಾಟ್ ವಾಶ್ thoroughly hands. No use of proper soaps, disinfectants, hardly we use it. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವಂತಲ್ಲ, ಅಲ್ಲಿರೋರ್ಗೆ ಅಷ್ಟು ಜ್ಞಾನ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ, ಯಾರು ಕೊಡೋದು? We should educate them. I think you ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ. Some of you people you must be. I will repeat dear. I'll repeat. I say that I'll repeat now. I said mode of transmission. The infection or the pathogen passes through contaminated food and water containing fecal matter. That transfers to food and water. ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಬಂದು ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ಡ್ ಹೆಂಗಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಕಂಟಾಮಿನೇಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಫೀಕಲ್ ಮ್ಯಾಟರ್ ಬಂದು ಇದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಕೂತಿರ್ತಿದೆ ಅಂತ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, the parasite live in human intestine. Human large intestine. Next point to write, symptoms. Entamoeba secretes a type of enzyme that breaks open the mucous membrane of large intestine. It secretes an enzyme that breaks open the mucous membrane of large intestine. Are you writing? That breaks the mucous membrane of large intestine. I am repeating. Matte repeat aitalva. Entamoeba secretes an enzyme that breaks open the mucous membrane of large intestine. I repeated. Done. Due to this, small ulcers are formed in the intestine. Due to this, small ulcers are formed in the intestine and it starts bleeding. It starts bleeding. ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಒಳಗಡೆ ಕರೋಡ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಡ್ತದೆ ಎಂಜೈಮ್ ಇಂದ, ಅದರಿಂದ ಅಲ್ಸರ್ಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಶುರು ಮಾಡಿಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. It starts bleeding. Therefore, the fecal matter of the patient, contain blood and mucus. Patient experiences severe pain in the abdomen and stomach cramps. Pain in the abdomen ಮತ್ತೆ stomach cramps. Stomach cramps. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹೊಟ್ಟೆ ನೋವು ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಅಲ್ಲದೆ ಹೊಟ್ಟೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಪೇನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. ಹೊಟ್ಟೆ ಹಿಂಡಿದಂಗ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಗ್ರಿಪ್ಪಿಂಗ್ ಪೇನ್ ಅಂತ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹಿಡ್ದಂಗ್ ಬಿಟ್ಟಂಗ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಗ್ರಿಪ್ಪಿಂಗ್ ಪೇನ್ ಅಂತ, ಅಥವಾ ಹಿಂಡೋ ತರ ಹೊಟ್ಟೆ ಹಿಂಡಿದಂಗ್ ಪೇನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. The other symptoms include fever, nausea. Other symptoms include fever, nausea ಅಂದ್ರೆ ವಾಂತಿ, infection, vomiting sensation. Fever, nausea, tiredness and nervousness. ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ 19 ಜನ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದೇನೋ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ ಜನಗಳಿಗೆ. ಟೈಮ್ ಆದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಟಕ ಎಕ್ಸಿಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾರೆ. ಪಾಠ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ವಾ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಲೇಜಲ್ಲಿ? ಹಿಂಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತೀರಾ? ಪಾಠ ನಡೀತಾ ಇದ್ದಂಗೆ ನೋಡೋಗೋದು. Did you write what is the last sentence you wrote? Let me see. Other symptoms include fever, nausea, ಮತ್ತೇನ್ ಬರೆದ್ರಿ? Tiredness, nausea, tiredness, nervousness. Very good. Okay, good. Nervousness. Next. Preventive measures. ಇದನ್ನ ಮುಗಿಸ್ಬಿಟ್ಟೆ ಬಿಡೋದು ನಾನು. ನೀವೇನು ಎಕ್ಸಿಟ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಆಗಿ ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. Preventive measures. General cleanliness and washing hands before having food. General cleanliness and washing hands with soaps before having food. And after defecation. ಕೈ ತೊಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು. ಎಲ್ಲ ತೊಳ್ಕೊಂಡಾಗ್ತಾನೆ ಕೈಗಳನ್ನ. ಟಾಯ್ಲೆಟ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಬಂದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಕೈ ನೀಟಾಗಿ ಸೋಪ್ ಹಾಕಿ ತೊಳ್ಕೊಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್. Washing vegetables, fruits thoroughly and scraping the surface. Washing the fruits and vegetables thoroughly and scraping. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಟ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇದ್ರೆ ಸ್ಕ್ರೇಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ನೀಟಾಗಿ. Scraping the surface. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ they will grow them ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಬೆಳೆಯೋದೇ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಗಟ್ಟರಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆಳಿತಾರೆ, ಅದು ತಗೊಂಡ್ಬಂದು ಹಂಗಂಗೆ ತಿನ್ನಕ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಕ್ಲೀನ್ ಆಗಿ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಟ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಫುಲ್ ಸ್ಕ್ರೇಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡಿ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ವಾಶ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಸಾಲ್ಟ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಹಾಕಿ ವಾಶ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, ಅವಾಯ್ಡ್ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ರಾ leaves. Avoid using raw leaves without washing. ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಎಲೆ ತಗೊಂಡು ಹೆಂಗ್ ತಿನ್ನೋದು, ಇದು ತಗೊಂಡು ಹೆಂಗ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ತಿನ್ನೋದು ಮಾಡಬಾರ್ದು. We should avoid using them which are not washed thoroughly. Next, disposal of human feces in an underground sewage system. Disposal of human feces with the underground sewage system. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹಳೆ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಹಳ್ಳಿಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ಅದಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಒಂದು ಡಬ್ಬ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತಗೊಂಡ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಯಾರೋ ಎತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ, ಅದು ತಪ್ಪು. ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ದೊಡ್ಡ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಟ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಸೀವೇಜ್ ಅನ್ನ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಅಂಡರ್ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್ ಸೀವೇಜ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಹಾಕ್ಬೇಕು. Okay, next, last one, visit the physician during infection to get proper medication. To get proper medication. Sarina. So that is about the protozoan diseases. Next class alli nematode diseases se maadi mugisbedana. Then we'll start with the immunity, immune system. Nale. Sarina. Okay then. Bye. Treatment ade helidala anti doctors ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಆಂಟಿ ಪ್ರೋಟೋಸೋವನ್ ಟ್ಯಾಬ್ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಆಂಟಿ ಅಮೀಬಾಯ್ಡ್ ಟ್ಯಾಬ್ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ವಿಸಿಟ್ ದ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಮಾ, ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಅ ನೈಸ್ ಟೈಮ್. ಟೇಕ್ ಕೇರ್ ವಿತ್ ಆಲ್ ಯುವರ್ ಹೆಲ್ತ್. ವಿ ಆರ್ ಲರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಹೆಲ್ತ್, ಯು ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಮೇಂಟೈನಿಂಗ್ ಹೆಲ್ತ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಗಾನ್ ಕೇಸ್. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು, ಬಾಯ್.